Okay, Shadowrun returns. Just waiting for the area to load. Wait, this one? Yeah. So, load. Thank you. Confirm. Why did that? I don't know. Here we go. Okay, we are at the body chop shop. Really, I'm in the back. Okay, thank you. You really want to take your time and search everything before you, if you can. What was it? Anything? No. Come on. No, it's just. You're not gonna let me search at all, are you? Okay, there we go. That was a little bit of a pain. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job," and a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it may just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. I did it again. I swear, you guys can make fun of me over the Steam thing. Jeez, do I forget? Dresden. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, ma'am? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? See, Balong? I'm here about Sam Watts. Balong, I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. No one you've heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts. No. We're going to be polite. This guy's nice. So, okay. Trying to work on that voice thing. The middle one, Balong. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. Dresden, he frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull, and I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens? There we go. Dresden, so who told you he was dead? Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid. No. That's so un-Shadowrun-like to say that you're getting that. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. Dresden, the dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man's switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Now, honestly, I could let my voice drop and get a little bit gruffier with Dresden, but that's something I am trying to avoid, as you know. I'm so sorry. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. Dresden, he's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style? Sounds grisly. We know nothing of the Emerald City Ripper, so Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title. That was the Seattle Press insists on calling him. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Delicious. A trophy hunter? What was it? No. What prize did Ripper take from Sam? I can see that being the more appropriate sentence. Because we knew Sam, so we would want to know. Specifically. Dresden. Dresden. You know, something just clicked with that name. Right this very second. My husband reads a series of novels called The Dresden Files, which is set in kind of like a picture film noir present day, but there's magic and all that kind of stuff going on. If you enjoy, like reading novels and stuff like that, and that kind of sounds interesting, check it out. Anyways, Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing. The third had a spleen removed. McCluskey. Dresden, get out here! I'm here about the new Rippervic, Sam Watts. We have a chance to investigate, and you'd better freaking believe we are. Sam's body is half covered by the sterile surgical sheet, his face ashen white. For the first time, without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. Excuse me. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstress Union. There is something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the credit stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured credit stick. No way of knowing what's on it without sliding it in. Take the credit stick. 300 million! You slot the credit stick into your PDA, 300 is added to your account. I'm sure Sam wouldn't mind. We'll have a drink in his honor. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the if you can hear that, it is windy as hell outside right now. And cold. I'm wrapped up in a blanket, cuddled with marshmallow and bubblegum. It's the way to spend an afternoon. Anyways, it's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see parts of the note, given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long. To say I'm so. See you there. Love, Jessica. Put down the evidence bag. And we're going to go to here. Basic medkit. Anything else in here? I don't think there is. Okay. Towering over the diminutive coroner is more. Oh my god. Coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. Mikulski. So this new Ripper Vic, Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles? Chortles? Chortles. I don't think I've seen... Well, I've seen the word before because I played the game, but... don't recall it. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Great investigation there. Sorry, that's a little bit of spoiler. Now, let's go. Now let's go. Dresden, give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Now it's not a secret. He's a cop. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. I do like that word, aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Oh, if we had a higher strength, we could have done that. I'm nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee? We are not going to say that. This guy's a pain in the ass. I'm new here in town. You the welcoming committee? Smartass. If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab. He looks back to the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I am putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. That guy doesn't give a shit. Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. I like that. Just continue the humor. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective Mulsky isn't interested in anything but Detective Mulsky. That's not Mulsky. Mikulski, I guess. Me and names. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another $10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help? Oh. Excuse me, we have a lot to go through here. On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull's been looking out over Mikulski's career and wallet. What was that Mikulski said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Sounds like you disagree with the findings. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms. She didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. Jeez, that's loud. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore, with all that synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ Grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though. They don't care whether the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you can find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. The cold storage door labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. How strange. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. This is actually a nod to the Super NES Shadowrun game. With the game, you start with no memory and you wake up in a morgue in a freezer slab. Jake Armitage. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. What do I look like, a damn alarm clock? You were just sleeping in the freezer. A freezer for dead people? Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a Coffin Hotel, and the service is just as good. He has a point. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet. Hi, Sushi. Here, let me move my phone. Okay. I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim. Did you know him? I'll ask the questions. What the hell are you doing in a morgue drawer? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seemed to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together. Hi, Sushi. Every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Something or other. I don't know. Sushi, what are you doing? More boob bobs, huh? Okay. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John! This lady cool? Yeah, she's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. Though, you could help her out. I thought you could help her out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. The name's Jake. And you are? I'm so nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Bella. Well-mannered too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, sounds like you're taking a drive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Whoa, Sushi. It's just the wind. She freaked out. Okay, sorry. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at Seamstress's Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I had been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some psych-half after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching noise sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles. And you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead, on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. That's another nod. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night's stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing a liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit the streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. It's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid. In Nguyen, not tourists. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake. Count me in. I think we're going to go with that one, street justice. Great. I've been hiding here ever since that run-in with the Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised we even made it into the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Dresden, he yells over his soldier. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? No guns for me. Melee's my game. Ah, baseball bat. All I've got here is a baseball bat. But you look like you can handle yourself. Should have taken the gun as a backup and then sell it, but oh well. Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. Okay, so, well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. Okay. Come on. Ooh, that's a nice one. And okay, anything else? I don't think there is. Yeah, we're fine here. Okay. Oh, this episode is dialogue heavy. We're going to save and end it here. Because after we go out, we are going to be fighting. So, yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this. This is a dialogue heavy game. Good story. But no action this time. In the next episode, though, yeah, you gotta come back. We're going to be fighting some Halloweeners. Damn punk gangers. So anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll join me again. But until then, please be safe, everyone. Bye!